Hello, Air-Clips fans. Welcome on board. Let me introduce myself. I'm Captain Alex Tolentino from Interjet and my first officer, Avian. So we're ready to go to Cancun. First of all, we just introduce ourselves and we are going to show each other that our license and medicals are current, because this is very important for us. Any time an authority can come to the airplane and request that our license and our medicals are okay.
Medical certificate.
So we are almost ready to go to the airplane. It's in a, I guess the 28 gate is quite long, so we'll have to move a little bit faster. So we have our flight plans right here. Mexico to Cancun will be 2302 and our comeback 3301. So we are checking our flight time, our fuel, our route, and the flight level in both cases. We have also the NOTAMs here. Notice to the airmen. So we already read some of this, including Cancun Airport and Mérida, which is the airport, alternate airport. And in our way back is Mexico, and Acapulco is the alternate. So we have all the information here, even we have the weather maps, and is the thing we are studying right now. In a while, we'll meet our flight attendants to join us in order to give the whole crew a little chat according to the flight. So please welcome on board.
And welcome on board, guys, and thank you for watching. Follow us and please enjoy your flight.
For all the young people, you love this job, this film, and you might become a pilot sometime. So thank you so much. Hello, girls. How are you today?
Hello. Fine, thank you. And you, Captain?
Very, very fine. Thank you. Let me introduce myself. I'm Captain Alejandro Tolentino.
Okay.
And my first officer is Ovier. And we are going to this flight to Cancun and come back to Mexico.
Yes.
Okay. May I have your names, please, so I can take a...
My name is Romina Lopez.
Romina. Romina, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
My name is Sandra Briceño.
Sandra, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Tania Rosales.
Tanya, thank you. Erika, how are you doing, Erika?
Okay.
You are fine. Okay. So, well, first of all, let's enjoy the flight. See, we have a very, very nice job, and the game of the game is to enjoy the flight. Okay, so we are do we have our license, our medical, everything
Yes.
all right? Okay, remember, probably an authority can come anytime to the airplane and request our license or our medical, even the passport if we go to the United States. Okay, so how about you? You have your documents already?
Yeah,
perfect. Okay, sterile cabin. We know very much about the sterile cabin. So when we reach 10,000 feet, I will turn the seat belts fastened off, so you can have an idea that you may start with your duties. Okay, remember our emergency evacuation commands. Your job is very special in this part of the flight. If we have a rejected takeoff, please be aware of these command voices. Okay, first of all, you will hear attention crew at your stations. Thank you, Javier. So attention crew at your station is the first call. Okay, and be ready and prepare, because next call will be passengers evacuate. And remember, there are Spanish people that probably do not understand anything. That's why your job is so important. Passengers evacuate means we have to evacuate the airplane. Or cabin crew and passengers remain seated. So that means that everything is in control and we are going to make any evacuation. Okay? Let me, if you notice anything wrong, like an odor or something that you don't really like, is not in our everyday job, please let us know so we can be aware of what is happening. Okay, so we are going in an Airbus 321. They are expecting 150 passengers to Cancun. The flight time is 1 hour and 50 minutes, and the flight level is 380. Okay, in the flight that is coming back, they are expecting again 148 passengers. It will be 1 hour and 50 minutes, and at 360 the level. Okay. Weather en route looks fine. The weather in Cancun is. Did you bring your swimming suits?
Yeah.
Are you ready for go to the beach?
Yes.
Okay. If there's something wrong, then we wear our swimming suits and go to the beach. Okay. Well, weather looks fine, and remember our refuel procedure. Okay, in Cancun or in Mexico. If we are going to refuel the airplane, I'll let you know. Please, you do your procedure. Okay? So, do we have any questions?
No.
What about you? Would you like to say something?
No, the communication is very important, and have a nice flight.
Okay, so we are at gate number 28. So, if we are ready to go, let's better go because we don't want to delay the flight.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your attention. Enjoy the flight. And Adair and myself will be in the cabin anytime you wish or need anything. Okay? Feel comfortable, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Takeoff. Adelante. Hi guys, come with me. We go to a walk around by this aircraft. Come here. In this moment, there is a very noise by the APU, the sound of APU. This is our external inspection checklist, and welcome. The noise protection, very important, the noise protection. We are the angle of attack group. There's officers and captain standing first. More groups. The radome area. This is the nose gear of the landing gear. Engine condition. That's good. Now we check the wind condition and the navigation lights. Watch out. We need to be careful in this area. The nav light, green on the right side, red on the left side. The Charlotte for the elbow. We need to check the brake condition. The cargo doors, aft cargo. Yeah, that's good. Everything is good. That's good. This is the horizontal stabilizer and vertical stabilizer. We need to check the condition. The AP area with the latch closed and latch AP area. Everything that's good here. Well, we're complete with the walk around.
Por favor. Bueno. Tripulación de cabina cross check. Por favor, armamos toboganes. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, welcome on board to our flight 2302 bound to Cancun. Please feel comfortable. Enjoy the flight. When both crew members are seated, QNH 3033 flight directors on constraint arc 20 miles, VORs, speed dashes, heading vertical speed 270. Crew oxygen mask is already checked, and we have speeds 152, 153, climb nav blue. Flight directors 1 and 2, 270 on blue. 3033, 7300, heading 325, and the wings level. We have the ground speed at 0, 720 at 057 degrees, 1.5 miles. And the VORs in Mexico, both of them, heading 325, and we are already set. Pressurization already in Cancun, and the fuel is 7,700 set.
In navigation is in parameters.
Takeoff briefing. We are in an Airbus 321, and the data is already checked from 22nd of June to 19th of July. We do not have EMLs, CDLs, and have 2 OEBs we already read. NOTAMs, nothing, no problem to taxi to the runway 05 left. And weather conditions, Well, we are not using the radar for this moment. The runway is dry. We do not need the engine anti-ice. Okay, the starting engine procedure will be normal, and we are going to taxi via Bravo to the runway 05 left, as shown in our taxi card. Okay?
Okay, correct.
Parks will be on at takeoff, and in it, Bravo page, we have block fuel 10,700 up here and 10,700 down here. The takeoff weight 71.9 and the landing weight will be 67.3.
Check.
On our takeoff performance page, takeoff runway 05 left, configuration flaps 2, and a flex of 33 degrees Celsius. V1 152, VR 153, and V2 153. Transition altitude 18,500 and thrust reduction 8,300. And now we go to flight plan, and minimum safe altitude will be 19,400, and the initial altitude assigned is 270. Okay, description of the flight plan is up on 7 Alpha and go on upper jet 32 Rexes, and then upper Tango 17 all the way to Pergo, upper Tango 23 by the Chauvave 2 Alpha arrival on an ILS of runway 12 left.
Check.
Our radios are both in Mexico, and in case of a failure, in case of a rejected takeoff, failure before V1, I call stop, and then with the airplane stop inside the runway, parking brakes on, cabin crew at your stations. Okay, ECAN actions. If we have to evacuate, then I'll say passengers evacuate. If we do not have to evacuate, cabin crew and passengers remain seated. Okay, if the failure is after V1, no actions except the landing gear before 400 feet. Once reaching 400 and the situation is controlled, ECAN actions. When we have the engine secure, then push to level off, accelerate and clean up. Otherwise, we are climbing until 9,322, which is the limit of our one engine out altitude. Okay, when we reach green dot, we select open climb, MCT thrust, confirm our FMA, resume ECAN actions, and in status, we read after takeoff line checklist, and then proceed with the engine out seat and the vectors. All right?
Excellent.
Okay, no questions?
No questions.
So please, before...
Happy flight.
Happy flights.
Good morning. On behalf of Interjet Captain Alejandro Tolentino, First Officer, OBS, and the crew, cordially welcome on board flight number 2302, bound to Cancun International Airport. Our estimated flight time will be 1 hour and 40 minutes and altitude 37 knots applicable to level. Thank you for attention and please enjoy our flight. My name is Romina Lopez, purser on board.
Bienvenidos. En un momento le daremos información importante referente a la seguridad de su vuelo.
Señoras y señores, ¿nos permiten su atención, por favor?
Es importante que usted conozca el uso correcto del chaleco salvavidas localizado debajo de su asiento. Al recibir la orden de las sobrecargos, tome el chaleco y retire.
So before start, checklist, please.
Of course, before start, cockpit preparation
Completed.
gear pins and covers,
Removed.
safety pins,
On board.
signs,
On and auto.
ADRS,
Is navigation.
fuel planning,
10,700 on board.
takeoff data,
Set.
data reference,
Is 3033 set.
3033 set, down to
Okay.
landing.
Thank you. So request clearance, please. Maestro. Okay. We're requesting clearance, and I call you when we are ready.
Ground Mexico from Interjet, 2302.
Interjet 2302, clear to push on to Bravo. Call when ready, runway 05.
Okay, so we are clear for pushback on Bravo, and let me know when we can start engines.
Sí, capitán. Fuera frenos, por favor.
Brakes are released. Frenos fuera. Y below the line, por favor.
Of course, Captain, windows and doors,
Closed.
closed, beacon,
On.
thrust levers,
Idle.
parking brake, off, before start checklist complete.
Checked. Already master, so we start engine 2. Okay, starting engine 2.
Check.
Arrancó bien. 2, engine started okay. 2 okay. Vamos a arrancar el 1. We're starting engine 1. Okay, starting engine 1. So we are starting our engines right now. We already started engine 2. We are starting right now engine 1. At 16% of N2, we'll see here the ignition. So 16, and we have ignition B. And then at 23% of N2, we'll have the fuel flow right now until the 50% of N2. Ignition will be off. So we're almost in 50, and then the ignition is off. Until it's in the black position, like right now are, so we have the 2 engines stabilized. Frenos puestos. Okay, brakes set. Cabin secure.
Cabin secure for takeoff.
Cabin secure for takeoff. Okay, the secure pin is in sight. Thank you, ground. Everything is fine here. 2 engines running, so ready to go to hand signals. After a start checklist.
Of course, Captain, after start, anti-ice off, ACAM steps
Checked.
pitch trim,
Pitch trim will be on 25%.
25%, roll trim,
0.
and after start checklist complete.
Okay, and ready to taxi.
ground Mexico from Interjet at 302, ready to taxi.
Interjet 2302, runway 05 left, altimeter 30.35, taxi via Bravo, hold 0 runway.
Royal 3035, taxi via Bravo, and hold onto 05 left, Interjet at 2302.
Okie dokie, so clear left.
Clear right side, continue.
And ready to go. Brake check. And flight control check. We'll see the flight control check in this page.
Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudders.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Vía Bravo, 3035, 1855, ante 5 izquierda, Interjet 3504.
We have echoes in the radar, Captain.
Okay, so let's put the radar off.
Radar.
We already checked it. We are going to make a takeoff on runway 05 left. The departure is going to be UPAN 7 Alpha with a gross weight of 72,300 kilograms. Configuration 2, that means flaps 2. And fuel on board 10,660. This is flaps 2. And then a flex of 97.0 and 33 degrees Celsius. Speeds 152, 153, 153, 270 until further notice. So, before takeoff checklist, please.
Yes, before takeoff, flight controls
checked,
flight instruments
checked,
briefing,
confirm,
flap setting,
configuration 2,
configuration 2, B1 BRB to flex temperature,
152.
Interjet 2302, hold 0 runway 05 left, monitor tower 118.55, good day.
hold short to runway 05 left, and monitoring frequency with tower and 118.55. Good day.
Okay, so that's 152, 153, 153, flex 33 set.
152, 153, 153, and flex temperature 33 degrees, ATC,
set,
economy,
takeoff, Noblo.
down to link.
Amable, por favor, pronto acompañar Airbus 320, iniciamos remolque para pista 5, llamaremos para rodar Volaris 619.
So it looks like we are number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably will be the 11th on the sequence for takeoff. It's going to take a while.
Good morning, United.
Is it my count all right? And the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like
probably will be number 9. Clear left.
Clear right side.
Dear passengers from the flight deck, we are number 8 or 9 in the sequence for the takeoff. So it'll take about 10 to 15 minutes more. Please feel comfortable. Okay, so our passengers know already that is going to take a little while. Okay, over please let's switch to tower.
Switch
to tower frequency.
My frequency 118.55. And the next frequency the next frequency will be 120 decimal 5.
un poco más hacia el frente en Bravo.
Pero rodamos un poco.
We have a lot of traffic this morning, Captain.
Yes, very busy day. Monday morning. There should be more traffic at 6 o'clock. I'm like surprised at this hour. So many traffic. Yeah.
Aterrizada en la 5 derecha, conteo 6. Posición de mantener 05 izquierda, fuerza enemiga 3911.
That I didn't count. The Air Force, the Mexican Air Force. I didn't count on that airplane.
Yeah.
Not even. I didn't see that aircraft.
Sorry, that is up. 5 right, United 1024.
3036, the last altimeter.
Okay. 3036. Thank you.
With this altimeter setting corresponding that 10 and 28 hectopascals.
Very good of you. Thank you very much. Okay, so I hope we'll be number 4 or 5. Okay, clear left.
Clear right side. And there, clear for takeoff, the Superjet.
Interjet 5405 izquierda, posición en mantener.
Okay, we might be next one. After the company.
Yeah.
A couple of Superjets, right?
The Superjet.
Before us.
The other of our aircraft.
Yes. Nice one. According to our fellow pilots, it's a very nice one.
Yeah, I like this, that aircraft.
Serie 2540, izquierda, viento calmo, autorizado para despegar en el aire, contacto 25, un día. 25 en el aire, autorizado para despegar, Aeromal.
Clear right side and approach path, clear of traffic. Team, approach the traffic.
And below the line, please.
Of course. Tripulación prepararse para despegar. The cabin crew ready for takeoff. Takeoff or runway.
Runway 05 left, confirm.
05 left, confirm. Cabin crew advised. TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Tax on. Before takeoff checklist complete.
Thank you. Okay,
we are ready to take off.
Aeromal 610 de salas a la derecha, terrestre 210. United 1024, clear to cross runway 5 left, and Bravo contact ground 121, decimal 85.
Pero México 01925 al aire, buen día.
Okay, in this moment we only inspect our takeoff clearance.
Interjet 2302. Interjet 2302, runway 5 left, from wing cam, clear for takeoff when airborne contact 120 decimal 5.
Roger, we'll come and clear for takeoff on 05 left and 120 decimal 5. Good.
Okay.
Interjet at 2302.
Takeoff.
Check.
So here we are.
Here we go.
Stabilized.
Check.
Manual flex DD3 SRS auto thrust. Check.
derecha 3036, continúa aproximación.
036, periodo 54.
Aeroméxico 657, desarrolle a la derecha terrestre 210, buen día.
A la derecha 210, Aeroméxico 657, gracias.
Interjet 3920, 5 izquierda, viento calmo, autorizado para despegar en el aire, contacto 25, buen día.
Gear up. Nav. Gear up.
Interior 2540, prosiga directo Veracruz. Directo Veracruz, interior 2540. Departure Mexico, good day, from the Interjet 2302, 8,500 feet by 270.
Those climb.
Good morning, Interjet 2302, radar contact. Radar contact, Interjet 2302.
Okay, autopilot 1 on. Check. Flaps 1, speed check. Flaps 1.
Interjet 3504, contacto 280, buen día. 280, buen día, Interjet 3504. Buen día, aquí en noviembre 266, noviembre Golf. Con usted dejando 17700 por 230. Buen día, noviembre 266, noviembre Golf, contacto radar. Contacto radar, noviembre Golf. Saludos México, buen día, Interjet 3920, en ascenso deja 8500 por 230, Cuautla 5 alfa. Interjet 3920, buen día, contacto radar. 3920, buen día.
Flaps 0. Speed check. Flaps 0. After takeoff climb checklist. First captain. After takeoff climb landing gear up. Flaps retract. Back. On. Down turning. Thanks.
Salida México, buen día, Volaris 96, con salida Baltic 54. Volaris 966, buen día, contacto radar.
A sunny day for now.
Yeah, it's a good day to fly. 220 por 230, costera 315. Costera contacto 28.0, buen día. Sí. Volaris 966, condiciones. Viene por la derecha el rumbo 230 la salida.
Yeah,
rumbo 230 la máquina.
We are not able to see the temperature and the
2080, buenos días, en su frecuencia 8200 con rumbo de pista. 2080, buen día, contacto. 2080 viene por la derecha rumbo 230 la salida. 230 la salida 2080. Volaris 966, directo Baltic. Directo Baltic, Volaris 966.
Okie dokie, 10,000 please.
10,000.
F is on airport.
The seatbelts, Captain?
Off. And clear and copy, please.
Clear and copy.
Active. So we are clearing our radios and copying the secondary flight plan.
Okay, Captain. Our flight level 370. The optimum flight level 370. The maximum flight level 388.
Okay, thank you. So we'll take 370. And we are just about
Interior 302, contacto en 128.0, buen día. Now, 128.0, Interjet at
okay, transition altitude.
Thank you, good day. 8230 Interjet.
Altitude, okay.
Okay. Standard set, cross check. Por 966, contacto 29.1, buen día. 18,600. Buen día.
now.
Even below the line, please.
Better reference.
Standard set.
Standard set. The after takeoff climb checklist complete.
Okay, thank you.
Capitán, le confirmo el nombre del oficial, es Abigail.
Good afternoon, Air-Clips viewers. Welcome on board to our flight 2302 going to Cancun. We are right now level off at 37,000 feet, and we can, with this push button, see that 37,000 feet equals 11,278 meters. Okay, a little bit about our airplane. This is an Airbus 321 here in one of our pages. In data, we can see that we have engines of CFM 56-5B3. Maximum takeoff weight for this airplane is 93 tons. And the maximum landing weight is 77.8 tons. This morning we were cleared by the APAN 7 departure, which we have here, and you can see the route from this first point APAN. We will fly over the Nautla city, and then we will cross a little bit of Gulf of Mexico, flying abeam the states of Veracruz, Campeche, and we are going to enter the peninsula by the Yucatan Peninsula and our descent to Cancun. Okay, so 1 hour and 40 minutes of flying time will take us to Cancun, and let me tell you that this Airbus 321 can load up to 18,600 kilograms of fuel. By this flight, we only needed 10,700, and this fuel is enough for flying to Cancun. And then, if we need to go to an alternate airport, we have Merida, for instance. But the route, as you can see, is nice as far as right now. A little bit cloudy in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, and we are planning to land in Cancun with, we can see the landing weight here, 67.5 tons is our landing weight. So as I was telling you, we are now flying over the Gulf of Mexico, level off at 37,000, and we flew after the takeoff. We could have a very nice view of our volcanoes, but it was too cloudy, so even Olvira and I couldn't see the volcanoes. And so far we cannot see much more because we are flying over the sea. Okay, and later on I will give some. I'm giving you some explanation of our cockpit instruments and systems, and I'll be very glad to show it to you. So my Air-Clips viewers, please enjoy this film, and I hope you like it very much. Let us talk a little bit about myself. I'm Alex. I'm 60 years old, and I have 40 years of flying since I was 20 years of age. Let me tell you, my dad was a commercial pilot. So when I was a kid, he used to take me with him, and by that time, it was allowed for the people to come into the cabin. So I fell in love since I was a kid on the airplanes. In this 40 years, let me tell you, I learned how to fly in American Flyers School in Oklahoma State in the United States. And then when I was 20, I became a commercial pilot. I flew first of all the 727 as a second officer, and then after a year of the second officer and some tests you must do, then I took the train for become a first officer of the 727, and from that I took the train in that company on the DC-10, which it was a heavy airplane, very, very pretty airplane. That DC-10 had auto throttles, so you could see the throttles accelerate and decelerate by themselves. This is a difference we have right now, because we do not have auto throttles here, we have auto thrust. Later on we'll explain you that. So I flew the DC-10 also as a second officer and a first officer, and then became a captain of the 727. I flew for a while the 727 as a captain until the company bought the Airbus 320s, so I became a captain of 320 airplane, which is a lovely one. Any one of you that would like to become a pilot, join us. It's a very pretty profession, and look at the office. This is a very, very nice office. Since I was a kid, I dreamed that someday I could fly the airplanes. I remember my mother taking us to the airport on those times, and we used to see the airplanes taking off, and my dad was in there. So I was so happy and so proud of my dad. Some personal things. I'm married, 26 years of married, beautiful woman. Lorena is her name, and 3 beautiful daughters, Monse, Renata, and Daniela. And so here I am, flying to Cancun, enjoying very much this flight and this profession. It's a blessing. It's a very blessing thing to do whatever you want to do, whatever you dream to do. So my Air-Clips viewers, come on, doors are open. Interjet is a very, very nice company to come and to fly this beautiful airplane. And it's a very warm company also. So I bet you enjoy whatever country you live on this very, very pretty profession. Okay, folks, so let's give you some information about this beautiful cockpit. We can begin in the upper panel. You can see some of our systems. Beginning, this is the calls for the flight, the stewardess. We have the oxygen system here, our recording system here, some GPWS, ground proximity warning system, electric, evacuation, our aviators for navigation. We have here external lights, landing lights, takeoff lights, the beacon, wing, the strobe, and the navigation lights. We have some signs here for the seat belts. Also these signs which are the emergency lights. Overhead lighting here. And then we have the pressurization system here. This is for winter cold weather, which is the anti-ice, and with this push button will hit our windows, our proofs, and so on. This is a very easy cockpit because if you can see, if we have any problem with the air conditioning system, we just hear air conditioning and look whatever it is, right or wrong. And then we have the electric one, same thing. We have the batteries right here and the generators. Then is the fuel panel, and then we have the hydraulic panel and the fire. If there is a fire in the engines, we'll hear a horn, and then this light will turn on and will tell us, as well as in front here, that we have an engine fire. This part here, these two, a couple of push buttons are for the manual start in case we need a manual start. Ventilation of the airplane and the cargo smoke also. These are a flight control switch push buttons also. Now if we come here in this panel, we have our flight control unit, FCU, and our EFIS. We can see in the EFIS that our flight directors are here. VORs, ADFs, we have range, and we'll explain it a little bit farther. Okay, if we come up here, what we have? We have our primary flight display, our navigation display. Also, the first officer had the same instruments panel. And we have the warning engine display in here and the system display here. And we have this standby instrument, ISIS, integrated the standby instrument system. A clock, so almost 50 minutes since we took off, and then the landing gear lever, and we have some lights. These lights will show us if the gear is down or is not down. Here We have our MCDUs, same in both sides, that have and display several pages. Like this progress page will show you what is the optimum flight level for our flight. Now we have the performance. Cruise means that we are already in cruise, but we can see descent and approach pages, even a go-around page here. This is our radios, so we can communicate. So we can communicate with ATC, air traffic control, and even in some failures of our navigation system, we can do it manually from here. Switching panels, in case of a failure of one of our screens, we can fix them in here. Here we can select the page in the system display of whatever system we would like to see. For example, we have the bleed information in this page, and then we have cabin pressure in this page, electric system, the generators, hydraulic system, green, blue and yellow. We have the fuel system here, whatever we want to see. Thrust levers, like I told you, a difference in our new airplane. Instead of the DC-10, DC-10 had auto throttles, so you could see the throttles going back and forward, but not in this airplane. These are auto thrust, so automatic sets the power that we need. These are the engine masters to start the airplane, the engines, and we have the engine mode selector here. The spoilers, the flaps lever, and this is the parking brake. So I hope you like this beautiful A321 cockpit, and I'm very sure my friends that you love very much this profession. Thank you very much for your attention. We are just about to our descent, and let me please show you something about it. We have here this the Jepsen 10-2 Shabbat 1 arrival, and as you can see, I put some green on the important points where we are going to fly to. So this is our approach chart. This is the Shabbat, as I told you, and then we are going to switch to our, let me switch to ILS. Okay, here is the chart. So we are going to be cleared for this ILS DME, or localizer 1 runway 12 left. In this page, as I show you some green in the card, this point theta is going to be the initial approach fix. And we have our minimums also here. In this case for ILS will be 221. And also we have depicted here, if we go around, this is the missed approach that we should do in case of we have to make that maneuver. And finally we go to the taxi chart, which is in the chart 10 minor. This is the 1-2 left runway. We're going to land here and then leave the runway either Alpha 3 or Alpha 2 to intercept Delta taxiway all the way to Charlie to the gate. Enjoy the descent, have a very nice pictures of Cancun, and enjoy the warm weather. We're expecting around 31 degrees Celsius, but we are going to give some information to our passengers later on so they can have the latest weather report in Cancun. Okay, over you have controls?
I have control and communication, Captain.
So let's talk about our approach briefing. The aircraft status, everything is fine, everything is perfect right now. Okay, weather conditions, we have the 80s already with the temperature of 32.3000, which we are setting right now here. 16 and 16, and it's 120 magnetic 120 from 10 knots. Okay, the sky is scattered. So weather conditions Cancun, very nice. We do not have any abnormal conditions or a runway or a what runway, so no problem with the landing distance. Okay, about our weight distance, it'll be 67.5 tons. Configuration will be full, elevation already in Cancun in our pressurization. The use of auto brake will be in low and the reverse thrust full. Okay, be aware of the tail strike awareness. Okay, our start, as we talked a while ago, we have our page 10.2 for the SHOVAF 1 arrival. In our flight plan, we have our constraints already, and then switch to ILS DME or localizer 1 to left approach. We have our radius in Cancun, 124, our entrance to the runway. Okay, so according to our approach chart, our final approach altitude, fixed altitude will be 1400, and our minimum descent altitude will be 221. Okay, we can talk about the go-around procedure. Turn left on Cancun VOR radial 041 outbound, maintain 2000 until 8 miles. Continue climbing to 3000 and hold at 13 and 17 miles Cancun VOR, then as instructed by ATC. Okay, 1 to left with approach light systems, runway and identification lights, and also the puppy lights in the left side of the runway. Okay, secondary, we set ILS for runway 1 to right already, in just in case. Our radio maps.
125.2 Interjet 2302. Thank you and good day.
2302, that's affirmative. 125.2, good day.
Good day. Okay, 125.2 with center, Merida Center.
That's right.
Merida Center, good day, from Interjet 2302, level of 370.
1190, good morning, radar contact.
Okay.
Radar contact from Interjet 2302.
So the radar maps already in Cancun,
Okay,
and the airport taxi.
302 radar contact. and proceed direct to Vitar.
Direct Vitar, Interjet 2302. Thank you.
Okay, you have control. Fly direct Vitar, please.
American 1190, check in, flight 370.
Okay, confirm direct Vitar.
Confirm direct Vitar.
Vitar to waypoint.
Thank you. Okay, our alternate airport will be Merida. We need 3.3 tons to go to Merida, and we have an hour for a holding pattern. We must be established at 1,000 in an approach.
1,000 feet.
Okay, where is the flight plan? Let me see what is the altitude.
Flight level 220, about 220.
Okay, perfect. 220 in order to go to Merida. Okay, any doubts over here?
Happy landing, Captain.
Everything is fine. So happy landing according to OVR, and we hope so. We can tell something about the Yucatan Peninsula. So we are right now entering the Yucatan Peninsula. This is the Yucatan state, and then in our descent we cross Yucatan with Quintana Roo.
At this moment.
Okay. So we have the charging site and ready to go. Let me talk to the passengers right now.
Interjet 2302, when ready, descend and cross Victor level 4,000 feet.
Roger, when ready, or descend for 4,000 feet at the Vitar.
Okay, you still have control over here? You still have control? 4,000 Vitar, please.
4,000. I have control and communications.
Dear passengers from the flight deck, in a few minutes we are begin our descent. The weather in Cancun is a temperature of 32 degrees and sky scattered. Estimating our landing 11:50. Please enjoy this flight. Thank you very much for flying with us, and we'll give you later information when we land. Thank you so much. I have control.
You have control of them. It was fully managed, and 4,000 feet already for our descent.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I wish I had with me my swimming suit. But the bad news is that we are flying back to Mexico right now. Such is life. Okay, here we go. 4,000, beginning our descent. Dear passengers, we are beginning our descent. Well, I guess this is a good opportunity to say my lovely wife Lorena and my lovely girls Monso, Renata and Daniela that I love them very much.
Yeah, of course.
And also probably as a commercial to our Air-Clips fans and viewers. Welcome to Cancun. Come to Cancun sometime. You will love Cancun, and fly for Interjet also. and you'll have a very pleasant and nice flight. It's a big cloud over the city. Might be raining in this afternoon.
Interjet 2302, maintain 280 knots indicated. All Cancun approach 123.2. Have a nice day.
280 knots indicated, and with the Cancun approach in 123.2. Interjet 2302. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Okay. Transition.
Okay. QNH set cross check passing flight level 194. 193. Now.
Even. Okay, reducing speed to 280.
Yeah, 280 knots indicated.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 2. Arrival Cancun. Good day from the Interjet 2302. 11 transition altitude for Takeoff.
Interjet 2302, buen día. You're on radar contact. Expect ILS DME1 approach, runway 12 left. QNH 3000.
Thank you with QNH 3000 and I expect the ILS to runway 12 left in radar contact 2302.
Terrain and approach checklist, please.
Of course, approach briefing.
Briefing confirmed.
ACAM status
checked.
seatbelts on. Better reference.
Yes, 3000 set.
Interjet 2302, contacto 1, approach. Interjet 2302, contact final approach control 124.7. Buen día.
124.7 for Interjet 2302. Thank you. Buen día.
Bye.
Thank you, Kent. Excuse me. Approach Cancun with from the Interjet 2302, 8,000 feet for 4,000.
Hostile.
Interjet 2302, on radar contact. Descend to 3,000 feet when able to proceed direct to 11 DME fixed runway 12 left.
3,000 feet and I will enable the rig for 11 and for the runway 12 left. Interjet 2302.
Okay, 3000 direct to what point?
The 11.
Okay, please tell him to confirm us.
Hello.
Please tell him to confirm us what point he wants to fly to.
Intermediate fix.
Okay. Let me ask him.
Cancun, Interjet 2302, what is the point you want us to fly to, please?
The center.
11 DME fixed runway 12 left.
11 DME, thank you very much.
Okay, 11 DME.
Yeah, of course, intermediate.
Activate approach phase, please.
Approach phase activated.
Okay, and send me to the 11 DME point, please.
American 1327, 5 miles from final approach point, where the service terminated, tower 18.
Okay, let's do it on
18-1, American 187, bye-bye.
That one.
Confirm. And resume the checklist.
Resume the checklist.
Better reference.
This time 3000 set.
3000 set. Minimum.
221 set.
221 set. AMO selector.
Normal.
And approach checklist complete.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
302, descend 2,000 feet, clear for ILS ME1 approach, runway 12 left.
2,000 feet and clear for the ILS ME1 approach. 12 left. Interjet 2302.
Thrust idle, check.
Approach control WestJet 2580 with you, cleared the ILS ME1 for runway 12 left.
WestJet 2580, radar contact after VTAP, descend to 2000, clear for ILS, runway 12
the
left.
airport in sight.
Yeah. After VTAP, descend to 2000, we're cleared for the ILS ME1 for 12 left, WestJet 2580.
Nice weather in the beach, in the shore, in the shoreline. Clouds over a little bit farther left of the city. Flaps 2, speed check. Flaps 2, 160.
Interjet 2302, 7 miles from final approach point, radio service terminated, tower 18.1.
With the tower Cancun and 18.1, Interjet 2302, thank you. Good day.
Good day.
Cancun Tower, good day, from the Interjet 2302.
Gear down.
12 miles in ILS ME1, runway 12 left.
With the Interjet 302, please land runway 12 left, wind 10 degrees, 10 knots, altimeter 3000.
Roger, 1000 degrees, 10 knots, 3000, altimeter, and clear to land in runway 12 left, Interjet 2302.
Okay, glide slopes at we're on altitude.
Check.
Tower, it's WestJet 1280 with you. Clear the ILS TB 1 for runway 12 left.
Good day, WestJet 2580, runway 12 left, 130 degrees, 10 knots altimeter. 2999, clear to land.
2999, clear to land, 12 left, WestJet.
Check.
2580.
Land. Check.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue. Check.
Continue on Delta Taxiway and contact ground control 11.7. Good day.
Fire by the right Delta Taxiway and contact 21.7, Interjet 2302. Thank you. Good day.
Good day, WestJet 2580, clear to land, runway 12 left.
Okie dokie, do we have an arrival gate over here?
No, we are requesting in 1 moment.
Okay, no problem. And you
clear
tell
right side.
Clear left. You tell me and I keep ATC.
Thank you. Clear right side.
Okay. A little bit faster because this is uphill.
Yeah. Cancun, ground Cancun from the Interjet 2302, good day, in Delta Taxiway.
Interjet 2302, taxi via Delta, Charlie, Bravo 7, gate 24.
Delta Charlie Bravo 7 to gate 24 for Interjet 2302, thank you.
Hola, 631, contacto torre 118 decimal 6.
Yes, correct. 24, and I will confirm with the company.
Gate 24.
You have communication?
I have come.
Thank you.
Just let me ask you first the after landing checklist, please.
Yeah, of course. After landing flaps.
Retract.
Spoilers.
Disarm.
APU.
Starting.
República 702, buen día.
Off.
Muy buen día, información que ve que en la posición 31, listo, remolque atrás y puesta en marcha.
A la República 7029, aprobado su remolque de arranque, pista 12 derecha.
Para la pista 12 derecha, aprobado, muchas gracias, 709.
Here to the left is the private aviation. How I wish I had a little airplane here to come with my lovely wife Lorena and my lovely kids, Once, Renata and Daniela. Here they are.
Recibido, llave cuando esté listo.
Muchísimas gracias, 709, disculpe. Ground, good day, WestJet 2580, just vacating 12 left on Alpha 3.
WestJet 2580, taxi via Delta 1, gate 41.
Delta 1 gate 41, WestJet 2580. Y terrestre 709, de nuevo estamos listos, disculpa.
Recibido República 7029, aprobado su remolque de arranque 12 derecha.
Muchas gracias, aprobado por la 12 derecha 709.
American 1262, ready to push gate 32.
Welcome to Cancun. Temperature 32 degrees Celsius. We are arriving at gate 24 and you may pick up your luggage on carousel number 6. Thank you very much once again for flying with us, and we really hope that you enjoyed the flight. Clear left.
Clear right. wait time.
Okay, Marshall is in sight. Taxi light off.
Taxi light off.
Okay, brake set. APU bleed on. Brake fan on, please.
APU bleed on. Brake fan on.
Engine 1 off. Engine 2 off. Beacon off. Tripulación cross-check, por favor, desarmamos toboganes.
Hola, toboganes.
Okay, chocks on, brakes off, y parking checklist, please. Un segundito, por favor, maestro, ahorita le mando.
Parking. APU bleed
on.
Engines
off.
Slice disarm.
Slice. Check disarm.
Check. Seat belts.
Off.
Stereo lights.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
Parking brakes off, chocks on.
Parking checklist complete.
Okay, thank you very much, over here.
You're welcome.
Okay, get ready your swimming suits.